Welcome and welcome back to Laura's Design Studio. I have a project that I want to do. I saw somebody do like skeletons and bats, I think. Well, I'm gonna make a Halloween bowl here. This is a very large bowl mold. I had glow-in-the-dark spiders, and then I have these black bats, and they came in all sizes. I did not pick and choose like the sizes of bats or whatever, but I have stuffed them down in and around the bowl, bats and spiders. So I think we can do this. So it's a large bowl. I do have 28 ounces mixed up, and you need to be able to see the bats and the spiders. So I am gonna take this, because I don't want to pour just clear, but I'm gonna take this Miracle Coup. It's a resin pigment and it's sky blue. So this is the one we're going to put some in this. It's a very large amount of resin, so, and I honestly don't know how much this bowl takes. I've done this bowl in casting powder. I've never actually done it in resin, because I bought this mold specifically for the casting powder. No, you gotta look at it. I would say on your stick, but my stick is, you know, green. So that's what it is currently. Obviously, you don't want it opaque. I think I'm gonna go with this. And you're gonna put that back. And yes, I did not mix it all the way, so you're seeing two colors. And we come into the top. We're at 16 ounces right now that it took. 16, is that right? That would be, no. $12 ounces. God, I thought it would make a lot more. I would need a lot more than that, because I know how much casting powder I need for this. It's a very large amount. All right, let's. Oh, we're gonna be doing extras. Where is my? There it is. Looking all over for my thing to pop these bubbles, because we have things in there, the bats and the spiders. We are going to have bubbles popping up. I just want to make sure this is down and around everything. Okay. I also want to put this I'm hoping that it won't float real bad. That one looks like it's staying down. So maybe they won't float. There are bubbles. Of course there are bubbles because you're putting in other objects. But just want to make sure we have everything down in there. Those do not look like they're floating. We have bubbles, but they're not floating, which is a plus. Okay. Just don't want any more resin coming out of there. Okay. That's this one. I am going to get a stick under here because my heat mat is kind of bubbling because I use it all the time. I need to replace it with a new one. Once I'm out of these heat mats, then I'm gonna get a glass one, but might as well use the ones that I have right now. But I've replaced, the first one that I had was really, really good quality and it didn't start bubbling till the end. This is a cheaper one. I got these as off-buying program, so they're all up for review. So this one is definitely a cheaper one than the other one. But they all will start bubbling over time because, especially with as much use as I do, because I make daily videos, so my heat mat gets a workout, sometimes a couple times a day, because I was trying to get ahead on videos. Okay. Just gonna spray that. I'm gonna leave that there. We've got nearly 16 ounces to get rid of here. So I'm thinking do I want to do I think I will just do a dragon jar. I'm going through my molds over here. Oh my goodness, cup's stuck. That's why. I need another small pumpkin. Let's see. Alright, let me see what I got over here. let's do a dragon jar, and I have the little INTORESIN pendant. This is an INTORESIN mold. It's been painted already. I just haven't done anything. It was painted in a pinky purple. So I am going to grab some purple alcohol ink. And I'm just gonna, just a few drops in there. Because I wanna almost, oh, it's leaking. Alcohol inks. Are there any that don't leak? For God's sakes. I always have alcohol inks on me. And I'm not gonna stir it all the way. There's that one. That one's full. This mold, you need to make sure that you fill both molds all the way to the top, because this is a twist-on jar, so it's got threads. And this bottom can be a little thin, so you need to make sure you really have it all the way to the top. I'm gonna push it back over here. And I'm gonna finish filling, making sure both of these are all the way to the top. Oh yeah, that's a little over. That's a little over. Where am I? I'm gonna let it settle for a minute. I probably can take like one scoop out of it. Not very much, but I don't want it overflowing on me. Okay, and this one is domed to the top. I think we're good on both of those. Now, I can always use more pumpkins because, well, it's pumpkins. So I am going to pour a pumpkin. See, we've got purple, blue. Yeah, I'm debating on another color to add to this. We're going to go silver. Like I said, I am not stirring these completely in. I want it to have little colors. So here we go, this one, I put silver in there, but I'm not stirring it all the way. So this is what it looks like. So in this, you should see purple and silver. If they both stay in there, I'm hoping. That's why I didn't stir this bowl all the way in, because I wanted it to look more like, you know, a sky. Like, skies aren't all one color. So I'm hoping that we get the blue, the purple, the silver. Let me pour a little on the lid. I'll let that settle for a second. Okay. I'm gonna make sure we don't have any bubbles in the stem here. Okay, that is domed. This one. And this is just the regular Bond Crafter 1-to-1. You'll see a video that comes out, actually when I'm filming this will be like out to the 19th of September, I think. But you will see a video of the brand new Fast Cure from Bond Crafter. You'll see that tonight. But I'm saving that because I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna do use it as a top coat on my table. Now we have like four ounces. I am gonna pour, just making sure, I am gonna pour this little cat. Now this takes hardly anything. I'm basically putting drips in there. Now, I'm gonna make sure that this gets up over the paws, because that's where you hang your chain. Then you want to make sure you get this tail. So what I'm gonna do is just get a little bit on my stick and just do drops. Because I'm telling you, this thing doesn't take hardly anything. This is a great, and it has little ears down there. This, if you want to extend your resin and get, I believe the most profitable thing in resin is jewelry. Why? Because if you make bigger projects like I do, like this, you have leftovers. A mold like this takes almost nothing. So it's basically, you know, it's a high profit. So, you know, I always have small molds that take almost nothing, that you can, what is like pure profit, I mean, because this, get bubble out of there, thank you. You know, you poured this resin anyway, so a piece like this that takes your scrapings is pure profit. That's the way I look at it. So I still have over 4 ounces. All right, let's pour the dragon head here. Or do I want to pour the other pumpkin? I might be able to get much, because I might be able to get both, because I don't think this one takes very much. I have a blue pumpkin going on there. This is a different one. I'm debating on... Ugh, I just stuck my arm in it. Yes, I did. That's why I keep paper towels and alcohol. That's a red. I'm looking for something. I'm looking for another color. What do I want to do with this? Not that one. Nope. It's this one. You guys know, black. Everything needs black in it, right? That's my opinion. Black alcohol ink. Now remember, we have blue, silver, purple, and now black. That's not stirred in all the way. Stop right there, because I'm going to go down and make sure that I have a stem. This mold is a very soft candle mold, so it's real easy to work with. I had one bubble come up out of there. This might be the last one we get. Yep. Nope, we're going to have a little bit left. Just getting some of that black alcohol ink off the sides, the one on that stayed on the sides, because we do have some left. I'm going to pick this one up and put it over there. I wonder if I can get a whole dragon head out of this, or should I get out my pendant and barrette mold? Now, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pour the dragon, and if I don't have enough for the whole dragon, it'll be my drip mold from till, you know, it's full. I am spraying alcohol down in here. He has a horn on his nose, and he has horns on his head. So, I want to make sure that those are out. And I'll get out my magic spatula and we'll see how close to full we are. Whatever's not, like I said, he'll just become my drip mold. I usually have a drip mold over here. This one's going to be a lot darker because I'm scraping all of the black alcohol ink out of there. Because when you pour like that, some of your alcohol ink will stay on the sides. Which is fine. You know. I've done this a lot, where I take these alcohol inks and I just don't stir them in all the way. Because then you get, sometimes you get a really cool alcohol ink marbling that I'm not sure a lot of people try and marble with alcohol. marble with alcohol inks. When I first started resin back in, it was before COVID, so 2018, when I started playing with resin. For the longest time, alcohol inks was all I had. I didn't know anything about mica powders or anything like that. So I learned if you half stir them, you'll get a variation of color. You guys see silver right here. There's purple here. And this one's obviously really dark because I got all the black off the sides of that one. So he'll sit here and we will fill him the next time I pour. My son must have something in the dryer. He might be washing the girls' clothes since they left now. All right. Turn on my heat mat, and I'll see you guys in a while. Okay, how about we demold these? Let's start with the little ones. Of course, this one won't be demolded because we need to fill it. So let's do the little cat. There we are. It's got a little over, so I'll pull off once it's cured because he's a little soft right now, especially his tail. But this is the little INTORESIN cat, hanging cat pendant. Last time I checked, it was on sale for $8.99, and I have a 20% off for INTORESIN. So it's a really nice mold, and you could do a lot with it. Very cost effective because it takes almost no resin whatsoever. So there you go, there's the little cat. Let's do the, that one's hot. I just turned off the heat mat, so molds are still a little warm. This is also INTORESIN. This is the dragon jar. Oh, come on. No. There we go. There's the little jar. It has, you can see the blue and the purple. The bottom's still soft, so we're gonna let this sit over here. So I'm not gonna put the lid together, but here is the lid. So So once it's fully cured, we'll do the eye. But there is that. Let me see. It will go on there. So there. Very nice. No bubbles. I'm gonna set this on top of a mold so that it'll stop sticking. Okay, there we go. Now let's do this. And this lid is still soft. I think I'm gonna leave the lid for a minute. Let's see. This one's very firm. The heat mat is still warm because I just turned it off. But there we go. And you can see the silver in it. You can see purple that's like in the background. So there's that. The lid, like I said, it's soft, so I'm gonna let that one sit there. Here is the other pumpkin. There we go. There's that pumpkin. You can see purple coming through. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I sure can. So there's that one. Now the bowl. Now the bowl. Let's see if this turned out. I'm hoping. Come on, Paul. Work with me. Okay, there we go. Oh, I like it. See those spiders? Let's see. Where is a UV light? Let's charge up these spiders here. Oh, I love it. They will glow. know I have too many lights on here, but they will glow. I love the bowl. Definitely in love with this bowl. This bowl doesn't disappoint, whether it's in casting powder or in regular resin. I love it. And because it's made with a bond crafter, it is food safe. So there you go. So there were our projects for tonight. Of course, our cat, I did not demold this because, let's see if I can get it out. It is soft. I'm afraid of the little stem, but yeah, I'm gonna leave that in there. I'm afraid if I do pull it out, I'm gonna break the stem on it. So we're gonna leave that out. Oh, that blue with the purple in there, certain way the light hits it, it's really kind of cool. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I love it. And this is beautiful. That silver, and you can see some purple in spots. Love that. This dragon jar, and that bottom finally hardens up nicely. Hey, get open. This part is thin, so it's not quite cured all the way. But look at that purple in there with that blue. Love it. Okay, I'm gonna set this stuff down here and I'll let it finish hardening up. But I will see you guys on the next one. Until then, like, share, comment, subscribe, do all the things. Hit the black bell so you know the next time I upload a video. And don't forget about all those discount codes in the description box. And I will see you next time. Bye.